So after you've read the prompt for your second essay, I'd like you to think about ways in which we can map out or compare these for stories. So remember that for the essay, you only need to pick two of the four. So you can pick both stories that are recounted by Hamilton, you can pick both films, you can pick one film and one story, and it doesn't matter whether or not you pick, for example, the myth of Perseus as told by Hamilton and Immortals directed by Tensram Singh. Okay, so just two out of the four. But of course, the important thing is to identify one or two themes around which you're going to build your comparison. And it's important to draw a chart, meaning that you focus on the theme. So the theme can be, for example, right, fighting tyranny, or it can be the quest for freedom against tyranny, or it can focus on the relationship between, of course, the mortals and immortals around the question of faith. It can focus on the idea of brutality or savagery, whether it's on the part of the gods or whether it's a part of the mortals. It can focus on this question of allies, this question of humanity. So, for example, Perseus in Clash of the Titans makes quite a statement about what it means to be human. And if we look at the myth of Theseus, this idea of democracy as the humans getting independence from gods is also important. So before you write anything down, it's important that you draw a comparison chart. But it's important, again, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is that you focus on one or more themes to establish a comparison, okay? So in contradistinction, if you focused on heroism or what is a hero on your first essay, and for example, you compare the characteristics of Achilles and Hector, or Achilles and Odysseus, or Odysseus and Hector, in this case, it's not a character comparison. It's a thematic comparison. So it's important you focus on the themes. So there are a number of redundant themes, of course, gods and heroes, the question of fate and free will, the question of faith enters, this idea of revenge for freedom and justice is important as well. So there's a number of themes around which you can build your essay, and it's important to identify these to begin with.